Hello everybody, I'd like to introduce you to our latest tool here in the Profits suite of tools in Helium 10, and this one is called Heat Maps or Heat Map Analytics. Now let me just explain what this tool is and why it would be beneficial for you. First of all, Heat Map Analytics, what it's going to do is it's going to give you a map and it's going to show you all of the different warehouse locations where your Amazon FBA inventory is stored at right now. Now, why would you care about that? Why did people even ask for a tool like this? Well, there's a lot of different use cases, but the most common one that we see has to do when you're launching or relaunching a product. You know in Freedom Ticket how we train you, hey, when you first launch or you were out of stock and now you're relaunching your product, keep your listing maybe closed or suppressed when the inventory just gets there until it's distributed a little bit wider across the country. And the way we tell you to look at that is like, okay, go to your managed inventory, see how many units are available. If you sent in 1,000 units, don't put your listing active if only 100 say available. Now here's why. As soon as you send in those 2,000 units or 1,000 units, let's just say it's to one warehouse, maybe it's in Southern California. Well, your listing, if it was active, it would be available to purchase. People would start seeing it in search results and PPC and things like that. But let's say it just gets to that California warehouse. Somebody in New York or New Hampshire is searching for your keyword. They see your product in PPC, they click it. So you got charged like $2 right there, but then they're like, oh, this product looks interesting. Wait a minute. It says it's going to be 2 weeks until it gets to me. That's literally what they're going to see, even though it's a prime item, because Amazon hasn't sent it to the East Coast yet. And so that could have cost you a click. It could cost you your conversion rate, could cost even page placements, your page sessions. It really can affect you across the board. So what you want to do usually is wait until your inventory is distributed a little bit more. So if there's like 1,000 units, we'll say, all right, check, at least if 500 or 600 units say available, maybe it's probably safe to go turn on your listing. Everybody has their own methodology they use, but there's a more exact way to do it. In Amazon, you can actually print off this report that shows you all the different warehouse locations that your inventory is being stored at. Now the thing is, a lot of these reports just have these little 3-digit codes where you don't know what city, what state this is in, right? So what we did is we now have this inventory heat map analytics tool. Let me show you exactly where to find it. It's right here in your Profits dashboard. On the left-hand side, you just hit heat maps and then you will find this right there. All right, so how can you use this tool? Well, here I can select which product I'm looking for. I can say change product and I can start typing in like maybe a ASIN or my SKU, and it's going to find that product. Now, this is my coffin shelf here, right? You can see here that it's updated once daily. And here is the map of all the different locations where we show your inventory is being stored at. The bigger the circle, that means more inventory is there. Now, as you notice here, there's a lot of coverage here in California. Well, the fact that there's a lot of coverage here in California, like your inventory is in a lot of different warehouses here, look what happens here. If I search for coffin shelf, and if I am here in the Irvine, California area, and I scroll down here to the coffin shelf, it is going to show me that it can be delivered within 2 days. Look at that, delivered within 2 days. Today is February 14th. So let's take a look at this map. I see tons of coverage here in like New York, New Jersey. Here I entered in my old address in Brooklyn, New York, and take a look here. It's even able to deliver tomorrow. Now, another thing you notice here, look at this, Montana. There's not much coverage out here, right? Now, there's nothing much I can do here. I've got enough inventory here, but look what happens in Montana. If I'm in Montana and I'm looking at the coffin shelf, it is going to tell me it's probably not able to ship for a few days. Yeah, look at that, 3-day shipping, the February 17th. Another location, let's see, where is this? I think this is here in North Washington State. If you remember right here in this heat map, there's nothing going on up there, right? So sure enough, right here, if I were to find the coffin shelf, let me look for it here in the search results. Look at that. Again, it's going to take 3 days to get there. So you can see that it does have an effect where you have your inventory location at. What's another use case for this, apart for launching or relaunching a product, like trying to keep your listing closed until you have more distribution? Well, another use case could be like maybe there's a fire at a warehouse or Amazon employees go on strike at a certain warehouse. We just had a recent case a few months ago where I think there was like a hurricane or tornado that kind of shut down an entire FBA warehouse. Maybe you want to know, hey, did I have inventory of a certain product there? You'll be able to tell with this tool. Now, what are the different locations here in Helium 10 where you can find this inventory map tool? Let's take a look at that right now. Let's go back. Like I said, it's right here on the left hand column once you are inside Profits. Another place that you can get it at is anywhere where you see your Profits dashboard or where you see a certain product in Profits, there's going to be this map icon that you're going to be able to see. And if you click on it and expand it, it will open up the heat map. So right here, you can see this little map here. You hit that and it will show you kind of like a smaller version of that map. And if I wanted to expand it out, I would click this button here, view all in heat maps. Now, if I scroll down here, it tells me all of the other details of my inventory, how many sellable, how many are damaged, how many are defective, and what's the total. And then I can actually see the different IDs that I was referring to of how Amazon calls their warehouses, and then what city and state they are in, what is the status of that inventory, sellable, damaged, defective, etc. And then if there's multiple pages, I will be able to see it down here. And if I wanted to export this to like Excel, I can do that right here. So we want to hear from you as far as, you know, what you think of this tool. It's still in beta. You know, let us know if you see like a warehouse where it says NA. Maybe we don't know where that warehouse is. Let us know. We definitely want to be able to fix that. And this is just the beginning of some of our geographic maps that we could do. It's sometimes interesting to kind of like map, pun intended there, your inventory location with how many sales you make. Like I just did a little test here, and sure enough, you know, California and Northeast, they had a lot of sales of these coffin shelves. I haven't sold any of these coffin shelves in Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota in a week or two. You know, could that be why? Maybe you know, there's not many sales because there's no inventory there. Maybe the customers aren't seeing it as much, or maybe there was already history from Amazon that Amazon knows that there's not many sales here. So they're like, we're not going to go send it to, we're not going to send it to warehouses over there. It's really intriguing once you start digging into how your inventory locations map to what the customer is seeing and eventually what they're buying. So guys, this is something you should be looking at, especially those of you who are about to launch a product or you're about to relaunch a product that's been out of stock. Watch this map page so that you know once your inventory gets distributed enough so that you can turn on your listing. And again, as always, we love to hear your feedback. So make sure to let us know what you like, what you don't like about the tool, and we'll try and help you guys out. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.